So here we go. We're gonna do a nice blow dry. She has a lot of hair. I also want to throw a wave in it, but I want to get through it pretty quick and thorough. So I'm gonna use our Papi brush, which is a longer barrel, and it's amazing to get through a lot of hair. These are all the different sizes and shapes that I would use depending on what I'm going for. Today we're going for a loose wave, messier look. Why I'm using the boar over the ceramic. Ceramic doesn't give as much shine. Ceramic gives a little bit more volume. The ceramic doesn't give as much polish as this does. So I'm gonna prep the hair a little bit. This is an amazing blow dry cream. Adds shine, and it's not a very heavy one either, which I love because a lot of blow dry creams are very heavy. As you know, when you're blow drying, you put too much cream in and all of a sudden it's like it's either too oily, it's smoking. This is not that kind of cream. About that much. If you need more, you can always add more. The smell of it is amazing.
That's so nice.
Blow dry cream, I'm trying to get it all throughout the hair. We've already prepped it with the detangling spray, so that has a heat protectant in it and also helps with like strengthening and repair, but also like the blow dry cream just kind of adds more of a shine to it. So that's why I doubled it up a little bit. Like I said, she has a lot of hair, but what I do when I apply cream is get it through your hands. Do not just go, always try to get it through, and I use my hands to go through like that rather than just going like that. You want to try to get it through all throughout the hair, not just on the top parts of the hair. You want to get underneath as well. Less is always more. Your blow dry will last a lot longer with less product, and that's why our product is pretty light, so you can always add more if you need to. With the blow dry, it's the same sectioning, 2 in the front, 1 in the back, horizontal sections up. Clean sections. I'm gonna show you guys how I would give you a loose wave with a brush. You can see how there's little like bits of frizz or a little bit of curl in there. And we're trying to get all of that out. Tension is one of the biggest things that if you don't have tension, your blow dry won't be that great. You won't be able to pop out the root and you won't be able to take out these little bits of wave that come into her hair. First thing you do, instead of just going like this and just blow drying like that with no tension, what you're gonna do is put the hair in there and you're gonna twist, and that will give you that tension. So the more you turn it, the more it locks in. You unlock it by just kind of going the opposite way. Lock, unlock. Do you feel the tension? That's a big thing. If you're giving a weak blow dry, the client or the customer is gonna be not happy with you because they can feel it. Always have good tension on the blow dry and what you're doing with your brush. Make sure everything's all nice and clean and sectioned nicely. I'm gonna break these up, but I'm first gonna just kind of blow dry this whole thing. And this is what I was talking about, the blow dry going a little bit quicker. You can get a lot of this hair in this brush because the barrel is longer. Now you're gonna break it up a little bit. Twist to get that locked in for the tension, to smooth everything out. I'm gonna blow dry on top to control, because a lot of it too is control. All right, so now I'm gonna put the brush on top of the hair. Okay. Pull that down a little bit. Twist away from the face. Heat. Let it cool for a sec. Pull it out a little bit. Twist. Heat. Cool. Pull it out a little bit. Heat. And follow this all the way through. Yeah, it has that little bit of a wave, right? So the other thing with blow drying too is you don't want to over dry hair. Because if you over dry hair, you can't get anything out of it. It just goes lifeless. If you ever like curled somebody's hair with an iron and you keep going over it and over it, it dies basically. It's better off to not blow dry over and over because you will get the hair to go lifeless. This is what we're gonna do with the next section. It's a little bit different. So you were on top of the head like that, right? This is the hard part. Want it to be on top. You're gonna go under, on top, lock it in. Remember I told you about the twist. Pull it out a little bit. Twist. Heat. You're heating that bend into it. You're letting it cool for a sec. Pulling this out. Turning. Heating. Letting it cool for a sec. Pulling it out. And then you're gonna follow this all the way through. You want to smooth those ends as you go through this. Boom. So now you have the curl on both sides. Away from the face means it's going in this way. If it was going towards the face, it would be going that way. You want these to both go away from the face because when it pushes forward, there's symmetry, there's balance in your wave. One wave doesn't go this way and then the other wave goes this way. They both work in the same direction. When that gets pulled forward, the wave will go out that way and out that way, away from the face. Next section is actually gonna be different now because you did 2 sections on that bottom. And what you're gonna do with this next is you're gonna do 3. Your sections also need to be pretty clean because you don't wanna get tangled. Diameter-wise, I try not to go bigger than that with my sectioning as far as like from here to here. Barrel-wise, I have from there to there. If I'm going over that with the sectioning, it gets tangled, it gets caught. I always try to keep it from there to there as far as sectioning in here, like that, or like that. And then barrel-wise, that is this right here for this section. The cleaner it is, the better your blow dry is. So always keep your sections clean because it helps so much and it's way more efficient and you get through blow dries a lot faster. All right, this is another thing too. Try not to press your nozzle into the brush with the hair because if you're burning the brushes, you can see how beat up they get over time. Just think about what it's doing to the hair. It happens at times where I'm like just getting lazy and I push my nozzle into the brush, but try not to. Try to keep it about like that length away from it because if you're pushing your nozzle into the brush, 1, you're ruining your brush, but 2, you're also damaging their hair. For me, it's like you have to have a nozzle on, otherwise you have metal. And that's going on your hair. If you're pushing that into the brush, you are destroying people's hair like that. But if you have control and you're going over it like that, cool. But if you're not, you can really damage somebody's hair with that metal piece. So this is what we're gonna do with this. We're over directing, heating up the root. And if you see, I kind of mess around going back and forth. I don't just stay going up like this the whole time. Like I'll go up, up, I'll heat the root again. It's about getting this nice thorough blow dry, but also not overheating the hair. Notice like when you're drying hair and your hand touches the hair and you're burning your hand, it's not a good thing. You can see how I have control. So you just see all that hair that's coming out, all that new growth. Instead of just letting that go, I'm gonna keep this clean. I'm gonna go like this, lock it in, and look how smooth that is now, right? Because now I have control. Now under there, pull that, lock that in. Now all of it is smooth. It's not all over the place anymore. All the way to the bottom of the ends. Don't forget your ends, but your ends come last, so don't worry. This is what you're trying to get dry right now. Now that that's all dry, same thing that we did down at the bottom. Pull it out a little bit, twist. Twist, heat. One more, and then you're just gonna follow this all the way through. Boom. So same thing on this section. We're gonna do the same exact thing I just did. 3 sections. 1, 2, 3 to the back of the ear. She has a little bit of, she has flyaways throughout, so it's a good thing to like try to control those flyaways so you get them smooth. You don't want those flying all over the place. It's not a good look. You want a nice smooth blow dry. Boom. This is the trickier side. So it's gonna go under, over, on top. It's a little complicated, but it works. Heat. You're heating that wave into it. All right, pull it out a little bit. Twist, heat, all the way through to the ends. Nice little wave. All right, next section. 3 sections of what you're gonna create. Basically the same thing all the way until we get to the top. There's not really much of a difference of how I'm doing it. Just heating the root, twisting, pulling out a little bit, and then following this all the way through. It's the same thing with this side. To be honest, this is like one of my favorite blow dries to do. It is like the best technique to have. It's more natural, a loose, undone wave that lasts for a long time. I used to have clients that would come in once a week for a blow dry, and that was their blow dry for the week. They wouldn't wash their hair or anything. They'd get it washed at the salon. Good one to have in the toolbox with your clients. Super simple once you get it. Getting to the top now. We're doing the same thing, 3 sections. Like I said, it's pretty repetitive. This is all being over-directed up. This is where you do want volume. There's a little trick at the end after I do the little wave. Instead of just pulling this out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pinch this right here as I pull that out to get that volume. Look at that. Doesn't mean it's gonna stay like that, but it kind of cools off in that area right there. You're gonna do that with all 3 of the sections at the top. So now everything is set in the back. Now we're moving to the front. Keep your sections clean. You're basically gonna do the same thing. As you can see, her hair curls in here. You wanna get those curls out. She does not want those.
Do not want
Right?
that.
So we gotta get rid of those. So that twisting part of like me going like this into the hair, locking it in, pulling the brush and twisting it, you've locked in those and you'll be able to smooth those out really easy. I don't start on top, I start underneath first. Remember, those are all locked in because I'm trying to smooth out those pieces underneath. All right, now we're going away from the face. The waves are going out like this, not in. Lock it in. Twist. Keep. Pull it out. Twist. Do it one more time. Really quick though, because it's already a little warm, so I'm not trying to go too much. And that's the wave in the front. Right now, I'm gonna show you guys how to get that money piece, that pop right in the front that I think people get like a little confused on. So I took a little triangle section, if you look at it, right? It's like a little bang section almost. Try to go like no bigger than this. You can go smaller than this as well. Start by locking it in again, right? Heating this up, blowing the hair kind of out of the face like this. Get the root first. All right, up. Now I got that locked in. Now I'm popping the root, right? The tension's right there, okay? Pull that out. Now I'm gonna lay this on top of the head, or sorry, on top of the hair like this. Pull this out like this. As I'm going forward, I'm over directing this forward. Tension. Make sure you get that tension. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back with it, almost like a roller set, almost like if I was doing a roller right there in the front. Pulling this out and smoothing it as I go. And then letting it out. And boom. You have all of that nice volume and pop. Because otherwise I would have just sat flat. Taylor does not want flat.
No flat. No flat hair here.
This is even more clear on this side, I feel like. We're trying to get that out. Biggest thing is making sure that that is locked in so you're getting that smooth and you're straightening it. Now you can wave it. Remember what I was saying on the opposite side where it goes underneath, on top, lock it in. You're always gonna do that on this side. You want the symmetry from the other side. You don't want the waves looking different. It will make your blow dries look even that much better. There's nothing worse than having volume here and no volume there. It just doesn't look right. Right. There's nothing better than getting through that last section with somebody who has a lot of hair. You can get through blow dries a lot faster with these brushes because the barrel's a lot longer. I'm going through this whole pretty much section right now, letting that drop, and then I'm cutting this in half, and then I'm gonna wave this piece right here. You don't want your wave to start higher or lower than the other one. Right now, see her wave starts right in there. So I'm gonna go back and redo this one to kind of have it do the same thing. I'm gonna go right to like about her cheek area, twist. All right, so now it's balanced. So this is the after result with the blow dry. Using our Papi brush gives it that nice loose wave. I used a detangling spray. I used a blow dry cream, which were very light. I didn't use that much. At the end on the after was a texture spray and a hair oil mist. Added a little bit of shine to sheen, which gave it like kind of like a second day look, but it still looks like you got your hair done. And this will last, which is the key to a good blow dry. So that is the blow dry.
So good.
Looks good, right?
Yeah.